How should I store leftover mashed potatoes? Have you ever made a big batch of mashed potatoes and wondered how to keep them fresh for later? Storing leftover mashed potatoes properly is key to enjoying them again without losing their taste or texture. Let's get into the details of how to do this, especially if you are making low-fat mashed potatoes as part of your home cooking with dietary considerations. First, it is important to let your mashed potatoes cool down to room temperature before you store them. This step helps prevent condensation inside the container. If you skip this, the moisture can make your potatoes watery and affect their texture. Remember, do not leave them out for more than 2 hours to avoid any food safety risks. For short-term storage, the best option is to use an airtight container. This keeps air and moisture out, which can lead to spoilage or off flavors. Place the container in your refrigerator. When stored this way, your mashed potatoes will stay fresh for about 3 to 4 days. If you plan to use them within this time frame, this is the simplest method. If you want to keep your mashed potatoes for a longer period, freezing is a great choice. To do this effectively, portion the potatoes into single-use amounts. This way, you can thaw only what you need later. You can scoop individual servings onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and freeze them until solid. Once frozen, transfer the portions to a freezer bag or airtight container. This method prevents the potatoes from sticking together and allows for easy reheating. When you freeze mashed potatoes, make sure to press out as much air as possible from the bag or container. This helps reduce freezer burn. Frozen mashed potatoes can be stored for up to 1 month for the best quality, but they may last up to 4 months if well protected. However, for the best texture and taste, it is wise to use them sooner rather than later. To thaw your frozen mashed potatoes, simply transfer them to the refrigerator and let them thaw overnight. If you need them faster, you can use the microwave on a defrost setting or reheat them directly from frozen in a microwave-safe dish, stirring occasionally. Another option is to reheat them on the stove with a splash of water or low-fat milk to restore creaminess. Stir over low heat until they are warmed through. If you are preparing low-fat mashed potatoes, consider using low-fat milk or broth when reheating to keep the dish light while still flavorful. Leftover mashed potatoes are versatile too. You can turn them into potato pancakes, shepherd's pie, or use them as a topping for casseroles. Just make sure the potatoes are well chilled for easier handling when shaping. In summary, proper storage of leftover mashed potatoes involves cooling them quickly, using airtight containers, and choosing the right method for either short-term refrigeration or long-term freezing. Reheating techniques can be adjusted to suit low-fat recipes, ensuring your mashed potatoes remains a healthy and tasty side dish.